Hello and welcome. I'm Toasty, and today I will be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I've never played this game. I've seen a little bit of playthroughs of it, so I know a little bit of the game, but not too much. All I know is something about Monica. Monica is a psycho, but look at them. They're all women. They're all psychos. So here we go. New game. Please enter your name. Toasty. Alright. Oh. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Okay. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running away. Better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up with me. 'Cause I'm a nice guy. Ha! Ha! I overslept again. Yeah, you did. But I caught you this time. Okay. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Thinking? I tried, but you won't let me. That's mean, Toasty. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. Yeah, I did. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Alright, this is a dating simulator, right? Yes? Okay. She's the childhood friend, so she'll be the easiest to conquer. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Toasty, have you decided on a club to join yet? I don't want to do clubs. I never even did clubs when I was in high school. A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Oh, that was me, not Sayori. No. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I don't recall any of this. If we've really been as friends as long as we have, I would recall this, and I would remember. Did I? Did I really? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. That's the truth, right there. Women, don't ask us what you were just talking about. Most of the time, we literally just nod and say okay, because you guys talk about so much. Talk about a lot. You either talk about a lot or you don't talk at all. There is no in between. I really wish there was. Anyways, before I trigger people. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, that's sounds like the life right there. I mean, why join a club and be social when I can sit at home by myself watch anime, play video games, and not have to worry about what Susie over in room 2B is doing after school because I don't know Susie in room 2B. Ugh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. That is where you are wrong. I was quiet in high school. That's what I did. Didn't join any clubs. Went home. And when I went to college, I blossomed like a flower. Which makes me sound like I came out as gay, but no. Nobody knew me, and I realized I can recreate who I was. And that's what I did. I went from being the shy, quiet kid to the almost overbearing and too much to handle freak that I am today. And I made tons of friends, and it was a great experience. High school I didn't like. College I loved. And it's one of those things people need to realize when you go and you start a new job or you go to a new school, don't see it as I have to be the exact same person who I was. If you didn't like who that person was, you can change it. Now, I'm not saying don't be somebody you're not, because I found out I was this over the top weird person. But don't be that over the top weird person if you're not that over the top weird person. You just need to find, where you can come out of your shell and meet people you like. And that's my ramble for the day. Anyways, your happiness is really important to me, you know. Oh, is it now? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. They exist. NEETs exist. I've hung out with them. People that just cannot function in the real world. And, due to social anxiety, depression, whatever, it's a real thing. It's something that people, they seriously need help with. But, it's not something really to joke about as much. Like, yeah, it's funny in a way, but when you really get down to it, it's not. These people. I already did my rant for the day. That's another video with you. These people need a certain understanding because you can't approach them the same way you'd approach anybody else on the street. There's a certain way you've got to meet them, and they get them to open up to you. So you don't overload them and cause anxiety attacks. Anyways, stop rambling. You trust me, right? Do I? Don't make me keep worrying about you. She sounds like a wife. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. I've had these conversations. This game is a little too real right now. Like, I've had these conversations. Like, will you at least try? Yeah, I guess. And what that means is the guy has basically just given up and submitted to your will. Women, there's your calling sign. You know you have broken your man if he just sighs and says, alright, I guess. That means he's broken, and you own him. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Maybe because I want a little something out of her. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Life. That is... oh, This game is getting way too real. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I am the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, I know what. Is she about to give me a little something something? For encouragement's sakes? Know what? Well, you could come to my club. Damn it. Alright. Sayori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Now, I would have joined the literature club in high school. We didn't have one, but I would have joined it. I liked literature. I read a lot in high school. But that's because I was a quiet kid. I was a loner. I didn't talk to anybody. So I read a lot. It was the way I filled the void of the mundane tasks that were high school. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Why does she care? If I had just gone to the anime club, would this game be different? Would I still bang Sayori in the end? I'm guessing that's what happens. I bang Sayori. That seems logical. That's how dating sims work. Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Oh! Cupcakes. Cupcakes. That's the magic word right there. As a fat kid, you say cupcakes, I am there. You want me to go to a cult following and be like, hey, we're going to sacrifice these children. But first, we're going to eat cupcakes. I'm like, fuck yeah. Let's sacrifice those kids. Why? Because of cupcakes. The struggles of being a fat kid. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's just so cunning as to have planned all of this out. She's a woman. I'm pretty sure she's cunning. I let out a long sigh. I guess. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh, I sold my soul for a cupcake long before this. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl, number one. Voice. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Okay. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. What a bitch. I am right here in front of you. You could have at least, used the feminine telepathy we all know you have. Don't lie to us, women. We know you have it. Don't lie to us. That fucking feminine stuff. We know. Can't lie to us. Ah. Oh, okay, that's not Sayori. Okay, Okay, that's Monica. That's like the only character I know. Ah, Osty Toasty, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. 3 girls in front of me. My dick's going in one of them. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. That one in the middle looks more like a dude. She's got no titties. What are you looking at? Oh, she knew. Fuck. Okay. If you want to say something, say it. You got no titties. That's what I want to say. Where are the tatas? Sorry. Natsuki. Oh, okay. Natsuki. Humph. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year, or a dude in drag. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Fuck. Cupcakes. Yes. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Oh, that is Sayori. Okay. Sayori says quietly, oh, I should have whispered that. You can just ignore her. Sayori says quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yeah, okay. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. All that anxiety. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? How this is getting really weird. I acknowledged the only one I knew out of them was Monica, and now it's just like, and it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? Is this a government conspiracy? This is a government conspiracy, isn't it? That's right. It's great to see you again, Osty Toasty. Again? The government's watching me, isn't it? That's what this is. Monica smiles sweetly. I don't trust this. I feel like I'm about to get a poison dart in the neck and wake up somewhere in a secret government facility. Or is this a secret government facility? Is this like the Truman Show? Is this Truman showing me right now? I bet it's the Truman Show. That would make sense. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. Don't say that, bro. You got this. You are a strong, independent man. You can do what you want if you put your mind to it. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, Ostito. Oh, fuck, I'm fucking up all these voices. Oh, well. It's just going to be the monotone voices from now on. Come, sit down, Osty Toasty. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Ooh, I do enjoy some tea. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Alright, that felt like a moment where I should have been able to choose who I sit next to. Okay. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Chuda! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. That is something that fat kids do. Like it or not, you can't just take a cupcake and just shove it in your mouth. Contrary to popular belief, that's not what we do. We study this cupcake. We turn it. We find that pivotal moment on where we take a bite. And this is years of experience where we know, okay, the best frosting to cupcake ratio is right here. That first bite says it all. If that first bite's no good, we're gonna have a miserable time eating that cupcake. You can have a miserable time eating a cupcake. Trust me, I've had that. If you can't get that cupcake to icing ratio down, it's a bad cupcake. I'm an expert. Trust me. Anyways, moving on. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. But what about the icing to cupcake ratio? The icing can be as sweet and as delicious as you want it to be. But if the icing's overpowering to the cupcake, then it doesn't matter. Or if you don't put enough icing on there and the cupcake overpowers the icing, yeah, it adds a little bit of sweetness, but you just don't get that balance, that oneness. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Now, technically, she did make them for me. She just wasn't aware I had a dingle-dangle in between my legs. Well, maybe. Did she know? She got really embarrassed. Did she know I was a guy? She seemed awfully surprised when I first walked in. But not for, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation, because you gotta do that, man. You can't try to dismantle a woman's logic. It's too much effort. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I'm gonna guess it would. I do enjoy hot tea. Very calming and relaxing. I'm sure it would be great with a good book. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? Peer pressure. I'm afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. That is life. You just deal with it. That's just government. That's politics. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. That is that is true. If it is incredibly difficult to start a new project, to start something new, because there is so much that goes into it. Anyways, you have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Believe it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interests in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining they are. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Osty Toasty, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. In all honesty, I read a lot of manga. A lot of it. What I do at work. On my breaks, I read manga. And when the internet goes down, I read, I've got Game of Thrones. I guess that's the only book I've been reading recently. And that's just because I started watching the show, got to like season 4, and decided I was going to try reading the books, see how much different they were. I definitely recommend reading the books. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Hey, manga is literature. I don't care what anybody says. Manga, graphic novels, comic books. It's all, different kind of art forms, but it's all literature. You shouldn't be making fun of somebody for enjoying a different kind of literature than you do. Like it or not, it's still literature. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. I do enjoy those. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is especially impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Because people are assholes. I understand that. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately, and I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up next to Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, do you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Oh, she's awfully bossy. I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest test of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Wow, this is deep for a game. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do that. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Osty Toasty? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I have other clubs to look at, and, this is a real dick move right now. I'm being an awful... Fuck. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Oh my. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Osty Toasty. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when I'm like this? Hide the erection, hide the erection, hide the erection. That's it. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Osty Toasty, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Oosty Toasty, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Alright, you know what? That's a good place to stop for now. Alright, that is all the time I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for games I should be playing in the future, please leave them in the comments below. And until next time, stay toasty.